All right, ladies and gentlemen, we about we about to we about to start. White on the mound. Anderson is dealing with a stomach bug, so he is not the first starter in this series. Hey, Arpo, Kiwi, Jim. So yeah, the uh, White is getting the starts. Anderson may start tomorrow. He may start Sunday. He may start Monday. And the first pitch is lifted to left field, and that's going over the wall. And first pitch is goodbye baseball. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you start a baseball game, I guess. White's one pitch, one hit, one run. And yeah, they've equaled their hits from last week or last series. EJ Hunt has led off each game with a single or at least a hit for Samsung. All right. So, well, I guess any of you that said SSG was going to easily cruise this, I'll give it to the end of the third inning, and then I'll close the poll. SSG is still 67% over in the vertical. And it looks like Aurelia might have hurt his arm trying to jump up and catch that ball. As Kim Sung-yoon looks at a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Yeah, somebody's got to translate that. I can't do that. All right, the 0-1 pitch misses outside, ball 1-1. So a pretty solid start to the game for Samsung. All right, the 1-1 holds up. Did he go around? They'll check over at third. No. And we're going to have a video replay on that to check swing. Did he get a little I don't know, whatever, some pontoon floats? I don't think he went. He did not. I don't think I have seen a check swing reversed yet in my streaming career. All right, the 2-1 pitch to Kim Sung-yoon. And that misses outside, a 3-1. The thing I was actually expecting was the opposites. White has pitched really well against right-handers on the season. Right-handers a 216 against him, as the 3-1 is up high, and not a good day for White so far. So White in the first inning, 193 batting average against. He usually starts pretty well and then runs into some troubles in the fourth inning. Right-handers, 3 home runs on the season. Left-handers, 6 home runs. He's given up 9 home runs on the season. Lefties hitting 10 points higher, 9 points higher, 325 against him versus righties that are hitting 216. KT Wiz fan in the background probably got that ticket just to be with her friend, the SSG fan. But Gujauk will step in. Yeah, EJ Hyun hit a homer on the first pitch of the game. First pitch deposited over the left field wall. All right, here we go. Gujauk steps in, sets up on the outside, and he catches the outside corner, and so on. It's still early, cool. Chewante still has to pitch. What's up, Trashy? Trashy. I keep saying trashy, trashy, flashy, flashy, trashy. And oh my lord, White has him picked off, but he catches his foot on something and throws it in the outfield. And Kim Sung Yoon is now over at third base. Wow. Uh, they had him picked off. White turned around. And Kim Sung Yoon left way too quick, and he slips. I think he slipped on the little rubber mat that they. No, he just slipped on the dirts, and as he was throwing and threw the ball into center field. As a Gujauk and now way up high there. Wow. I don't think that's a nervous thing. His footing definitely slipped. Yeah, another 1-1 pitch is way up high. He is nowhere near a strike zone. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside, and that's outside. Ball 3, 3-1 now. Three seed. All right, the 3-1 pitch catches the outside corner and runs the count full. Gujauk just whined and complained like every single time he's ever had an at bat. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch, way up high, way out of the strike zone, but Gujauk swings and fouls it away. I don't know if White can't get a grip on the ball, if he's not getting his footing, what, but he is all over the place. And the 3-2 pitch, that is lined right at the shortstop. And that's a great at bats, a great deal for White, as the liner to the shortstop doesn't allow them to bring the run in. The infield was drawn in, but lineouts right there. So instead of instead of walking, he fouls away a pitch that was way out of the strike zone, and then lines out. One away now, bringing in Diaz. This is what I was ready to see right here. The number 4 hitter in the lineup. It's a 233 against him, as that is just outside. Diaz has not had a good series so far, or a good postseason as opposed to last year. This year, 50 home runs created the record for most ever RBIs in the KBO, and doesn't go around there as that's in the dirt. He's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-0. 안녕하세요. 네, 저는 영어로 중계 방송해요. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, they said he did go around the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. He's going to come home. The throw in time, and he got him. The 6-2 putout puts two away and doesn't let the runner come home to score. Diaz will go on over to first base. Not a good throw by the shortstop, but plenty of time for Joe Byung-woo to grab it and put the tag down. That makes it to 2 outs. Diaz over at first base. Kim Young-un steps in. Tony, are you outside of Korea? That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Anio Yagu. Man, the 0-1 just catches just missed the outside. I thought he got the. If you go to souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com, that's the official international provider. I'm in Korea, so my broadcast is a little ahead of yours. So the English commentary that catches the top there, as my English commentary will be just ahead of the Korean broadcast that you would watch on that website. All right, the 1-2 pitch taps the glove on the ground and throws it into the dirt, but he doesn't chase, and it's 2-2. Yeah, you think so, Yuxel? All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Samsung up to an early 1-0 lead with the leadoff home run by EJ Hyun. 2-2 pitch sets up high, and that is lined into center field. Diaz will head on over to second base. And just like that, SSG or Samsung has already gotten more hits than they did all in their last game. They've got 2. Yeah, more hits, in the first inning than they had in their entire last game, but yet they had more runs in the last one. All right, so that brings in Kim Tae-hoon. He is getting the start in left. Again, they've been moving guys around, trying to figure out something in that outfield. That's a 1-0 now to Kim Tae-hoon. 237 on the season. That's fouled into the dirt, and it's 1-1. I'm surprised they didn't go with Kim Ji-chan here. Kim Ji-chan struggles against left-handed pitching, so White on the mound. White on the mound. You got a right-handed batter. They're going to start Kim Tae-hoon in left instead of moving Kim Sung-yoon into center field instead of letting Kim Ji-chan start in second or in center field, as that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman and throws over to first. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 away. You have to think SSG is okay with that first inning, just because of the way it started. Again, leadoff home run, first pitch he saw EJ Hyun put it over the left field wall, and then from that, Kim Sung-yoon walks, and after he walks, he gets picked off, but White slips, throws it into center field. Kim Sung-yoon goes to third base, so they've got a runner on third with nobody out, already down or already up 1-0. SSG is able to only get only give up that one run, so you have to think that is very, very big, especially with Chae Wan-tae on the mound. Chae Wan-tae is, again, probably one of the worst playoff pitchers in the KBO, at least in recent history. He is just not good. Welcome back, 11. He is really just not good in the playoffs. So only giving up one run is probably a pretty solid pretty solid deal for SSG. You have to think. SSG has one of the best bullpens. Thank you, Jim. Diarrhea DS. Diarrhea DS. Surprising. You don't, guys. For some reason, you don't get your. Do you guys get your little icon? Yeah, you guys do. All right. First pitch is on the outside, and then there for a strike, and it's 0-1. I had to take SSG, just because of Samsung's starter, as that is a foul away, and it's 0-2. It did. It read it. It said, "Thanks, Diarrhea." It conglished a name because Diarrhea ADS, because it was all capitalized, as the 0-2 is fouled away. All right, so the 0-2 pitch to Pak Sang Han. Oh, wrong one. Wrong button. And he fouls that away, and it stays 0-2. Han Yu Sung, fourth batter, right field. If you're talking about back number or uniform number, he's number 35. All right, here we go. That's a ugly looking swing. Way fooled on that. And that will be strikeout number 1 and out number 1. 안녕하세요. Cha Sung Hyun, U Sung Hyun. All right, Dong Sang Hyun steps in now. That's going to be a ground ball right back to Che Wan Tae. Grabs it, throws over, and 2 away. He bobbled it off of the comebacker, but was able to recover. Throw over to first, and 네. 좋습니다. 영어 연습할 수 있어요? All right, Heredia steps in, 339 on the season, 13 home runs. Missed a lot of time, but was able to come back and put it back together as he looks at strike 1 at the top of the zone. No problem, Tony. And the 0-1, that is ripped right at the shortstop. And both third batters aligned to the shortstop. 1, 2, 3, go. Of the SSG Landers, and we go to the second inning. It's 1-0 Samsung. That was really quick. They're pretty much impossible to get anymore, Jim. One, it's a holiday, which is why it's a 2:00 game, and again, why I can stream. I've lived in Korea since 2014. I was a season ticket holder up until this year. Well, they don't have Ticketmaster. They have The KBO partners with a company called Interpark, and Interpark is Ticketmaster, something like that. There's there's a few main ticket companies in Korea. Interpark is one. It depends on who's hosting it. Like when I went to the G Dragon concerts and when I went to MLB versus like opening day, San Diego versus LA last year, that was through a company called Coupon. Yeah, that's the thing is it's so many scalpers get the tickets and they instantly throw them up on the resale markets. It's really difficult to actually get tickets because they have all their little 1.7 gig internets and all of the other stuff. But yeah, I mean they're selling standing room only tickets. But leading things off for Samsung, that'll be the number 7 hitter, Kang Min Ho. White's 24 pitches in that first inning danced around everything. So Kang Min Ho. Nope. No military. All right, to the 0-1 pitch. Thank you. I'm not. Yes, yes. Says that's misses inside, and it's a 1-1. Not sure how that is. Yeah, I refused to shave, and they kicked me out. All right, so the 1-1 pitch that's up on the outside, and that is lifted to right field. It's gonna go, but just gets foul, and it's now 1-2. Hey, Armand. No more beardo weirdos. That's a lovely I have a fan club now, I guess. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Should probably make that person an admin. All right, the 1-2 pitch slapped foul, and we'll keep it 1-2. SSG has the third best bullpen in the league, or maybe they're the second. SSG has the best bullpen in the league. That misses outside. 2-2. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Pitch number 31 from Whites rolls over. It's in foul. 3-1. Yeah, Samsung's bullpen is not good. It has been better as of late. They really struggled early in the season, and which is why they actually were so far down in the league, because they couldn't get a closer. As the 2-2 pitch runs up and in, or runs the count full, 3-2, second full count of the day for Samsung. Yeah, you're going to get sentenced to 10 years of hard labor. Actually, I think now that is way, way up high, nowhere near the strike zone. I believe if you are caught watching or caught distributing Korean or South Korean audio, video, or anything like that. It's death by firing squad. All right, here we go. Kim Hun Gon. First pitch is fouled away. Apparently, SSG or Samsung only gets hits in the first inning, though. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the inside. That is lined right back up the middle, and there goes that whole idea about hits only in the first inning, as they now got runners on first and seconds with nobody out. All right, Yang Do Gun steps in. This is the first at bat that he has had all postseason. He did play in the last game, but he came in as a defensive replacement. Pak Shihu warming up already for SSG. As White is really struggling early. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a bunts, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, get ready, get excited. It's time for a bunt. Drops down the bunts, but it's foul. It's always a good day when the Yankees are eliminated. Are the Cubs eliminated yet? Right? The Cubs have to be eliminated, right? Yeah, pitcher's really struggling, so let's give him a free out. Increase your chance to get to. Ah, dang. And pulls it back, and then he throws the ball. Who are they playing? The only thing I ever hear about is Phillies, Dodgers, and Yankees, Mariners, or Yankees, Toronto. That's all I hear about. I never hear about any other teams. Good, but if the Brewers win, then that means little Nicky is going to be all super excited, sending all kinds of messages. As the 1-1 swing and a miss, and there goes the bunts. The bunts pulled it back to do a little half swing and missed the curveball, and now it's 1-2, and you can't bunt. Again, KBO coaches love to play stupid. Probably not playing; they just are stupid. As the 1-2 is popped up, the center fielder under it, and that's one away. What a waste. All right, EJ Hyun steps in. He led off the game with a home run on the first pitch he saw. EJ Hyun. And he's not going to homer off the second pitch because it was so far out of the zone that he wouldn't have been able to hit it anyway. Tigers fan in there cheering on, and here comes the 1-0. Misses low, 2-0. Man, that's going to be a foul as it just hooked outside the line, and it's 2-1. I couldn't even see the pitch happen because the camera. They do have the extra outfield umpires for the playoffs. They have the one in left field and right field. Wild card 3 for 7. 1 for 1 today, and the 2-1 is a foul away, moves it to 2-2. Yeah, but cool. The corners, the actual outfield wall in SSG is the shortest at 95. And Heredia has one of the best arms, so not saying anything is checked down at first. He said he did not go. That runs another full count. Third full count of the day already for Samsung. What's up, Marcos? Mr. Bosco Jr. as the 3-1 is lifted into center field, going over, diving, stopped by Che Ji-hoon. And that will be 2 away, saving at least 1 run there on a diving stop by the center fielder. What's up, Marcos? Comes running in, a great jump. He is one of the best defensive center fielders in the league. Apake Min Che Ji-hoon. Between those two, that misses outside. Ball 1. Kim Sung-yoon walked in his first at bats, went over to second base and then third base. I don't know what that just says. Yeah, EJ Hyun hit a leadoff home run first pitch he saw. All right, it's a 2-0 count now to Kim Sung-yoon. Rio now. We throw. Yeah, he's actually a pretty good pitcher. I have no idea what you're saying, Shin Sung-min. That's way up high, and he walks him on 4 straight pitches. That, ladies and gentlemen, loads the bases. Brings up a Guja Hoop. Very, very batter friendly. So this stadium has the shortest walls, is in shortest height. It also has the shortest walls in terms of distance. It's 95 to the corners. So it is very, very homer friendly. It's the power alleys or the left center, right center for Samsung is shorter than SSG, but that's the only part that's shorter. All right, so Gujauk steps in. He is not having a good postseason. 0 for 1 today, fouls that one off. And now it's 0-1. He had a chance to walk, but swung at a pitch way up at his eyes. That and then ended up lining in out to the shortstop before Diaz grounded into a 6-2 putout that kept Samsung from scoring more earlier. But here we go. The 0-1 pitch rolls over. Go Myung Jun snags it, steps on the bag, and Samsung leaves 3 more on. They've left 5 on through 2, but they've got a 1-0 lead. Good Lord, Samsung. Wow. White's 27 pitches there. He's already at 51. Yeah, I mean, already through 2 innings, they've left 5 runners on. Again, this is a team that does not score well anyway, especially away from Daegu. The closest to Daegu uh, would be SSG. If you're outside of Korea, then souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com. And I live in Korea, so if you sync these 2 up, it will be almost exactly the same. Thank you, Parker. All right, so I'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up here in the bottom of the inning. Again, Chaewon Tae, one of the worst in terms of KBO postseason abilities. Ponche, what? And that's misses outside. Kim Young Un? No, he had a single. All right, Han Yu Sum steps in, misses there, 2-0. Threw 8 pitches in the first inning. They were all strikes. He's thrown 2 pitches here in the second inning, and they've both been balls. And the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle, misses outside, and it's 3-1. Han Yu Sum in the twilight of his career. And the 3-1 pitch that is lined right back up the middle. And that's is the first hit of the day for SSG, the first base runner. And the no hitter, the perfect game. It's all over on 1 swing. And that brings up a Che Jung. Bunts with the KBO all time home run leader. That's a great idea. Chaewon Tae struggles against righties. He's given up 13 home runs in only 124 innings. 8 of them have been to righties. As that's misses outside. and keep putting the pitches on the wrong side. Will got the scoop. Oh, okay. Sweet. Everybody, hopefully you guys all heard that. We can all stop watching and enjoy our holiday. Number 1-0, Mrs. Lowe. 2-0. Again, 8 pitches in the first inning, all strikes. He's thrown 7 pitches in this inning, 2 for strikes. One of them was a single right back up the middle. All right, the 2-0. Nope. Throws on over to Han Yu Sam, who is not a threat to steal a base. Shea Jung, 13 career postseason home runs. He is 1 behind Lee Seung Yup and Park Byung Ho. Sets up on the outside, rolls that one over. Shortstop grabs it, throws to the second baseman, throws to first. Not in time. I want to listen to this. Be a bunta 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 bunta. All right, the 0-0 pitch to Go Myung Jun. Swing and a miss, and that's 0-1. There is sound. It said it. It read it. Harpo, I think your sound is down. Fouls that one away. Did everybody else hear the sound when Harpo? Okay, Juan. Apparently, Juan and most both said the Lions are going to win, as that is a rolled over foul. No sound on it? That's weird. I don't know why there wouldn't be any sound. I can hear it in mine. Parker, souplive.com, SOOPLIVE.com. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside. Ball 1, 1-2. That is really strange. I don't know why it's not doing any sound. Here, I can emulate it and see if it does it. Tell me if you can hear it. That's weird. Filed away. Yeah, it's not that's really strange. And fouls that one. Nope. He says it's fair that runners over to first, but the 2-3 putouts makes it to 2 away. right out in front of the plates as he hits it into the plates. No, it's in the batter's box. But it's a two away now. Shea Jung moves over to second base, so they've got a runner on the second base with two outs for Che Ji Hoon. Yeah, I don't know why it's not doing it suddenly. All right, first pitch is way inside, 1-0. Oops, way too many pitches. He's only thrown 23 pitches. And that fouls that one away. Let me see if I can adjust this. No, 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 no. And rolls over that one. The second baseman fields it, throws over to first, and that will be 3 away. They get a leadoff single, but nothing from that. As we go to the third inning, it's 1-0 Samsung. Yeah, I have no idea why it's not doing the sound, honestly. Jerry. Let me see if I can, if you guys can hear anything else. See if this works.
크리스톨 슈퍼채티드 31달러.
You heard that, right? Okay. I think it's okay now. Hopefully that fixed it. Yeah, I had to restart something and maybe that does it. But let's see, can the Samsung actually score a run if they get somebody on base? They have yet to do it. But that's what's weird, Harpo, is like I could hear it, and I could hear Jim's too. I just don't know why it didn't allow me to. Why anybody else couldn't hear it. All right, we'll have the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Tengu, Kim Tengu. It's difficult. A ground ball up the middle, past the diving second baseman, and Diaz is on base. First hit of the day, or first hit of the postseason for Diaz. Little Kim Tae-gu. Yeah, the postseason, it's so hard to determine because they're willing, because they'll play again tomorrow, so anybody can throw in the bullpen. All right, the Diaz on first base. Kim Young-un. That's an ugly looking swing at a curveball. He was extremely fooled on that. All right, now that they got a runner on base, can they get another hit? Can they get an RBI with a runner on base, ladies and gentlemen? That is crushed. That would be a yes. Goodbye, baseball. Hello, 3-run lead. That was a big swing. Yeah, best of 5, Jim. All right, in lots of trouble. That brings up Kim Tae-hoon as he fouls away the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
아포 슈퍼채티드 1.41달러. 최강 삼성 히어로 누구 김영웅 승리 안타를 날려라. 최강 삼성 히어로 누구 김영웅. 와.
All right, so did that work, Arpo? It seems like it has an echo, though. Yeah, well, at least in mine it does. As the 1-1 fouls or throws it way outside, and it's 2-1. Arpo, does it have an echo? Does you hear 2 of them? What's up, blue, blue, blue? All right, the 2-1 is fouled away, 2-2. Yeah, that I don't know. I think it has a that one is going to be another single into center field, and they are going to have to come and get White. They are going to have to come and get White. Another single. He is just getting thrashed about. Yeah, that's what I figured. KBO leads are very, very deceiving. And that will be it for Whites. We'll have our first pitching change of the game, and it's not the way most people were expecting. Oh, White comes out, doesn't get any strikeouts, doesn't pitch well at all. I believe Pak Shi-hoo will come in. They will bring in a lefty. At least that was who was warming up in the bullpen. No, Kim Min and Kim Ji-chan will take over on the base pass. So Kim Min will come in to pitch. Kim Ji-chan takes over on the base pass for Kim Tae-hoon, and I imagine he will go into center field, moving Kim Sung-yoon over to right field and Kim Han-gon over to left. Los grandes almacenes SSG están ubicados en Daegu. All right. Well, there goes the pitching matchup that everybody thought was an advantage for SSG. Los grandes almacenes SSG están abocados en Diego. All right, 70 games for him, 63 points at 2 innings, 22 holds, 297 ERA, and in there for a strike. Oh, Kim Ji Chan over at first base. He's got a ton of speed. Kim Min is part of that Owan Suk trade, a 1-for-1 trade. Send Owan Suk from SSG to KT, and Kim Min from SSG to or from KT to SSG. That's lifted into center field. Center fielder under it, and one away. Kim Min will have to throw multiple innings here. They've tried him as, yeah. Now they can hit. He has been a starter before. When he was with KT, they had him trying to be a starter, trying to be a reliever, everything. But Kim Hun Gon singled in his first at bats, 1-for-1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-1. No. I was just reading it's Spanish. Is that like Espanol? Espanol y Inglés? All right, the 0-1 pitch after they check over on Kim Ji Chan over at first base. And another throw over, almost got him. Kim Ji Chan has a ton of speed, 22 stolen bases and 25 attempts. Hola Cigano Lions. Hola Cigana Lions. Leones. Oof. Leones. All right, here. Nope. Another check over on Kim Ji Chan. He hasn't stole a base yet. Leones. All right, so now we're ready, I think. And the 0-1, he goes. He sticks the bat out. Shortstop is going to have to go to first. And that will be a 6-3 putout. Kim Ji Chan heads on over to second base. And but it's 2 away. Yang Do-gun steps in. Flew out to center field. What the game? I don't know. I don't know what that question means. Isn't that just pi? The chances of him getting hit is pi. As that's misses outside. Want to know. And the 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, way in the dirts. A great stop by Jo Byung-woo to keep Kim Ji Chan over at second base. This game is far from over, ladies and gentlemen. Far, far, far from over. All right, the 2-0 pitch Sets up right down the middle once again. The curveball doesn't break, and it's now 3-0. And the 3-0 right down the middle, the old get me over 145 fastball. Yeah, KBO games never, ever, ever over until that last outs. And the 3-1 pitch just misses inside. I had to wait for that because it was extremely, extremely close. But now they flip the lineup back over EJ Hyun. 2 home runs given up by White. He is still responsible for Kim Ji-chan over at second base. EJ Hyun, and now plenty of speed on the base pass. A double scores 2 because they will be off on any hits, any contact. And that misses outside. 1-0. EJ Hyun, a 1 for 2 on the day, but again, a first pitch leadoff home run put them up 1-0. Udari. Modu Hamge way chala, way up high into foul territory, but that's will land right by a Hanwha fan. Jagan Samsung Suriruie Modu Hamge way chala. And that Hanwha ride the storm. Hanwha fans taking over the exciting zone. It's the lovely Incheon Moonhawk SSG Landers Champion Field or something like that. It has some ridiculously long name. I don't know the actual first one. Moonhawk Run, Hangyun. Just catches the outside at 2-2. I wish I could do Samsung. And the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, doesn't chase, and it runs the count full, 3-2. Second to full count for him. He has been up already. This is his third time up to bats in the third inning already. Leading off with a home run, a fly out to center field on a full count, and now he's got another full count. Fourth full count of the day already for Samsung. Is SSG already in the bullpen? Here we go. 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle and rolls over. It stays 3-2. All gonna be off on the pitch. Requirements to be a KBO manager: no smiles, bunting anytime anybody gets on base and nobody out, and wearing sunglasses all the time. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch ripped, but foul again. That is bouncing way, way back down. Park Sung Han and Anderson. Anderson is a key player because he's sick. So if he's not going to pitch, Which again, he should have been pitching today. Yeah, isn't he like some teams are like 0 for the century whenever he ends up being the broadcaster? As the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and that is a foul away. Yeah, I've heard he is not very well liked as a broadcaster, as a color commentary guy. EJ Young, da 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 da. Oh, yeah, EJ Young, da 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 da. And he hits him. Oh, right on the back elbow. That is not the elbow that is covered, and he is grabbing his elbow. That is huge. And I'm right on the inside of the back elbow. Yeah, and that is his throwing elbow, his right elbow. We'll see if he how it works whenever he has to throw. He's going to take first base. That brings up a Kim Sung Yoon. Kim Sung Yoon, 2 walks so far today, and that's up high. Ball 1. No idea. He's not really moving that elbow, Harpo. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 1-1. 20 pitches now for Kim Min, who walked Yang Do Gun, the number 9 hitter, and then hits the number 1 hitter. Brings up the number 2 hitter, Kim Sung Yoon, who's 0 for 0 with 2 walks. And that is going to be a chopper up the middle. That is going to be trouble. The shortstop grabs it and steps on the bag. And once again, they leave 3 runners on. They've left 8 runners on base as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. 8 runners left on so far through 3 innings. Unbelievable. Wow. 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. 3 for 12 with runners on base. They have a single. They have 2 singles, and then the 2-run shot by Kim Young-un. Man, that is so many people left on base. But we go to the bottom of the 3rd. SSG will have their 8-9-1 hitters coming up. EJ Hyun is still out there, though. He is still out there. All right. Up high. Ball one. Yu Kyo Sung, 287 on the season, runs way in, and it's now 2-0. Chance Mada Jumpsuit Amaki Osobo. Yeah, they checked on him, make sure he could throw. Yes, here comes the 2-0 pitch. Catches the top of the zone, and it's 2-1. So Kim Ji-chan into center field, Kim Sung-yoon over to right, to Kim Hun-gon over to left. Just like I said, I will have to get that adjusted for you guys. And that is a foul away, out of play to the right field. And one more, and I'll get it all cleaned up for you guys. There we go. That just should be right now. And Kim Ji-chan in center. Kim Sung-yoon moves from center to right. Kim Hun-gon moves from right to left. And the 2-2 pitch coming up. Sets up right down the middle, and he looks at it. Should have bought a ticket. If you're just going to look at the pitch down the middle, join the people in the back of the stands, because good Lord. Yu Hyo Sung looks at a pitch. And SSG fans just giving him the evil eye. Again, you got your DH hitting in the 8th spot in the lineup. You know your offense sucks. That's his ball one outside. 1-0. When your DH is batting 8th, as that just catches the bottom of the zone, 1-1. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you. Gracia. Swing and a miss at ball 2 when it's 1-2. In Lions we trust. Are you optimistic about SSG, or are you pessimistic about KBO bullpens? As the 1-2 pitch misses low, 2-2. Kiwi, what did you say about Chaewon Tae not making it out of the 3rd inning? All right, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away is a Landy back behind home plates, cheering on the old SSG Landiers. Again, it makes perfect sense. You know, you have Samsung Lions, so their mascots are, that's right, lions. And then you have SSG Landers, their logo is a spaceship, so their mascot is that's right, a dog. And the 2-2 swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. No, you would think it would be an astronaut or an alien or something, but no, it's a dog. Because the guy that's kind of in charge of SSG, he's a huge baseball fan. He's an absolute D-bag. He made his own uniform, selling it online at the SSG shop or whatever. It is a sweet uniform, but it was only came with his name and number on the back. 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. I've never seen one actually in the stands of any SSG game I've ever seen. But instead of making it an astronaut or an alien or anything like that, they made it a dog because he likes dogs. That's a strike on the outside, 1-2. Again, you also have SSG has had so much turnover in the dugout in the front office because he gave his friends jobs to run the team and they all sucked at it. As that misses low, 2-2. So they got canned eventually. Just between Hanwha and SSG, the nepotism runs real deep. Is the 2-2 pitch? Oh, just catches a stitch on the upper outside corner. And that is a strikeout to strikeout, 4 strikeouts for Juan Zain as we go to the 4th inning. It's all Samsung. Strikeouts, and another strikeout. Well, you'd hate to have somebody qualified because then if you hired somebody qualified, then that would mean that they would quickly find out how much you don't know. It's the same old, same old. They just rotate the old guys from in the baseball world. Yeah, it is true. As far as if you want to go with bullpen ERAs, SSG a 3.36 bullpen ERA, Hanwha's seconds with a 3.63, Samsung sixth with a 4.48. If you want to go by bullpen whip, SSG is first at 1.27. Samsung is third with a 1.43. All right, coming up now is going to be Gujahook as Pak Shihu out on the mound now. So 52 games, 3.27 ERA, 6 wins, 2 losses. But bringing in a lefty now, as that's just misses low, ball 1, 1-0. Gujahook 0 for 2 on the day. He's left 4 people on himself, and that's a swing and a miss. And that chops that's one foul, moves it to 1-2. And the dirt and 2-2. Trying to get a little thing going here. All right. Yeah, no lead is ever safe in the KBO. Akshihu. Again, they brought in a lefty as Samsung is very lefty heavy. So the 2-2 pitch into the dirt runs the count full, 3-2. Fifth full count of the day for Samsung. The second full count of the day for Gujauk. As the time is called. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and it misses outside, and he walks him. Leadoff walk is Gujauk gets on base. That brings up Diaz. Get that baby some earmuffs or something. Come on, man. Using your baby's head to clap with. All right, the Diaz, they set it way outside. They miss way inside. And it's 1-0. Diaz, a 1 for 2 today. A single and a run scored. Came home on the Kim Young-un, a 2-run shot just in last inning. And the 1-0. Yeah, give the baby some earphones. Put some earphones on the baby. Block it. And then you can use your own hands to clap instead of banging on your baby's head. All right, the 1-0 pitch. Way up high. 2-0. Na. And here we go. 2-0 sets up way outside again. And that misses up high. 3-0. Just walk Gujauk. Now you've got the 3-0 count to Diaz. And that's in there for strike at the bottom of the zone. Diaz thought it was a little low, but it indeed was not. And here comes the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike, and we've got ourselves another full count, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm watching it live. Well, not live, through the TV. I live in Korea. And here we go. The 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside once again. That one is lifted into the outfield. Both outfielders running, giving chase. That's going to one hop off the wall. Center fielder grabs it. Gujauk is going to come on home to score. The throw, not in time. And Diaz with an RBI double is Gujauk read it well and has scored from first base. And it's now 4-0. All right, that brings up Kim Young-un. 2-run shot earlier today. Ball 1 there. Yeah, another 1-0 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 1-1. 2 for 2. A single in the first at-bats. A 2-run shot in his second at-bats. This is his third at-bats. The fifth batter in the lineup is coming up for the third time in the fourth inning alone. As Samsung has been sending tons of players up to bat, but haven't Brant home nearly as many as they should. As the 1-1 is fouled away on the check swing. Remember, all three of the first runs for Samsung. Actually, let's just even say this. The first game of the wild card, Samsung scored 1 run. It was on a home run. The second game, they scored 1 run. It was on a walk. As that is fouled away again. He swung at 2 straight balls. And then this game, their first run was on a home run. Their second and third runs were both home runs. That is the first RBI hit that was not a home run that Samsung has scored this entire playoff. As the 1-2 pitch, that is fouled again as he swings at another ball. Now they're going to have to do something. All right, Pak Shi-Hu. That's in there for a strike as he just looks at it and 1 away. Okay, Bosco. Gu Jauk was running on the pitch. That's why he was able to come home from first. All right, Kim Ji-chan steps in, first at bat of the day for him. And that's going to be a wild pitch, but Diaz not doing anything with it. Oh, it will just be a ball. Not a wild pitch. That's a pass ball. Hit him right in the middle of the mitt. And the 0-1 fouled into the mitts, and it's not caught, but it is still 0-2. 281 on the season, 38 walks, 89 hits, and no home runs. Again, part of the double dues of small guys, center fielder and right fielder, both 2 of the shortest guys in the league. As the 0-2 is going to be a little bloop into the gap. That's going to be trouble. Diaz will round third and come on home. And Kim Ji-chan is with an RBI single. Puts Samsung up 5-0. The 0-2 pitch throws the bat out and bloops it over the second baseman. And just like that, more threats. Me, I don't have a team. Nope, I only do home teams. And that will be it for him as he will have another pitching change. 4th pitcher of the day for SSG. No, I'll wear a Samsung uniform. I'll wear a Samsung uniform on Sunday. Gerardo again? Already? There might be, Jim. Because SSG is in Incheon, which is right next to Seoul. So a lot of Samsung fans, Daegu fans or whatever, would have moved to Seoul for work. SSG does not travel well. So, yeah, it very well could be. All right, Moon Sung Wan will come in to pitch now. He is really not good. At this point, I almost feel like SSG has given up. Moon Sung Wan out on the mound. He was having the best season of his career and then got injured. 23 games, 105 innings, 4-7 on the season with a 5.13 ERA. Again, he has gives up a ton of home runs, 16 home runs on the season. He is just not very good. ERA of 6.30 in this in September and October, 5.84 ERA. No idea, Luis. All right, Kong Min Ho steps in. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center in his last at bat. Also walked back in the second inning. That is lifted to right field. A right fielder is going to come over back and then grab it. And that's 2 away. Kim Hun-gon steps in now. Kim Hun-gon. Nope. Check over on Kim Ji-chan. Kim Hun-gon, a 1 for 2 on the day. Single in his first at bats, and then a 6-3 ground out in his second at bat. Sets up on the outside. And just misses outside. 1-0. You never know, Mose. Four home runs last year in the postseason. Swings and fouls that one off, and it's 1-1. Diaz moving like he's got a grand piano stuck behind him. It can all unravel real quick in the KBO. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. That's going to be a chopper up the middle. Shortstop grabs it, throws into the dirts, but the first baseman scoops it. And that will be 3 away. Samsung gets another 2. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-0. Leones. Yeah, they need to do something because this is bad. I'm pretty sure that's the first hit Samsung has had with a runner in scoring position in this postseason. SSG will have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up in this inning, which means the 1 hit that they do have will be coming up to bat this inning. 41 pitches for Chewante. Again, struck out the side in the last inning, 2 of them looking. For those of you yeah, they've got to get 1 or 2 runs in this inning as the drops down the bunts, but it's foul. So Chewante in this inning, a 231 batting average against him. As far as the 2-3-4 hitters, 327, 328, and 426 is how he's done on the season. So they've got the right guys coming up. 326, 327, 328, and 426 from the 2-3-4 hitters is what they're doing against them. The one hit today was against, again, the 4th hitter in the lineup, as that's a swing and a miss. All right. Well, he'll come up in this inning. That's misses inside. 1-2. Does he need a hit, or will an RBI work? Or a run scored? All right. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. That is 2 straights ground balls to the pitcher for An Sang-hyun. Rings up number 3 hitter, Mr. Heredia. Yeah, that's what I figured. Just because he could walk and then Che Jung could hit a home run. So you get your run. All right, Heredia. Yeah, you literally can't win, Michael. But, Michael, what about if they tie? All right, to the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there. Swung out of his shoes. Landers. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. Swings and fouls that one away. Drops the bats. Do I have Heredia's music? I might. No, just Che Jung. And fouls that one away. 49 pitches now. So follow Flashy for all your betting advice. Oh, I like that black Incheon uniform. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Sets up right down the middle and fouls that right underneath the face mask of Kang Min Ho. It hit him, looked like it got underneath the turkey neck thing. And he is down. He is not in good shape, ladies and gentlemen. He's grabbing his collarbone and his chin. Off the bat. Hit the, didn't get under his chin, but it's hit off of his mask right here in between his chest protector, right on the collarbone. Yeah, he seems to be okay. He's still got the gear on. And another 1-2 pitch. Misses low. 2-2. Guy is wearing a Samsung uniform with a Landers uniform on the outside. That is crushed. No, he didn't get all of it. That's his fly out to left. He was just out in front of it. It looked like he crushed the ball the way he swung through it, but that's a 2 away. It looked like he actually swung, was going to hit it out of the stadium, but it just died right into the left fielder. All right, Hanyu Sam is up. Tony hoping for a hit here. And first pitch is up high, ball 1. Hanyu Sam, the lone SSG hit. He started the second inning with a leadoff single. And that was it. As the 1-0 pitch misses outside, 2-0. Yo, where are talk watching the game? I don't know what that means. All right, the 2-0 pitch. And sets up on the outside and misses up high. Ball 3, 3-0. Tony, question. What happens if he walks and they pinch hit for him and that pinch runner scores? And that misses up high, ball 4. He's on base for the second time today. Not the way that Tony wanted, though. 4 straight pitches. All right, that's going to bring up a Che Jung. I do have some Che Jung music. That's what I'm saying is because he was the one that earned the base, but then he would have to be the one that, because he just walked. All right, so Che Jung comes up. And he fouls that one off, 0-1. And he is one behind the all-time lead for career postseason homers. He leads the KBO all-time in home runs. Leads the world in hit by pitches also. All right, to the 0-1 pitch after he readjusts all of his gear. And the 0-1 misses low, ball 2, ball 1, 1-1. Yeah, that's what I figured. The sweet black uniform is one of the specialty player ones. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees. Swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes on the inside. And it's 1-2. Tony's going to be up all night waiting for that Hanyu Sam at bats. What? And the 1-2 is he throws the bat on the strikeouts, tips it into the glove, and then throws the bats into the outfield. That, ladies and gentlemen, will take us to the the top of the 5th. It's 5-0 Samsung. What? No way. I don't believe you. Wow. the most promising pitcher. I'm waiting. I don't see anything on Yagu Chingu or anything. Yeah, I don't see anything on Yagu Chingu. Yeah. They, no problem. I'll be back on Sunday if there is a game on Sunday. I'll be back on Sunday for game 3. No game. I won't be able to do tomorrow's game because I do have a job. All right, we're back. Top of the 5th inning. I have the 9-1-2 hitters coming up. And then that misses outside and low. 1-0. Yang Do Gun. He is 0 for 1 on the day. A fly out to center field and a walk. And the 1-0 is going to be a chopper. Short third baseman grabs it, throws, and that's 1 away. Third baseman cuts in front of the shortstop to throw him out, so they'll flip the lineup back over. No problem. I will just do weekends until the Korean series, and then the Korean series I'll be able to do all of it. So I actually I took off work so that I could do the Korean series. Is that's misses outside. Ball 1. EJ Hyun solo shot in the first, a fly out to center field, and then a hit by pitch in his last at bat. And the 1-0 is missed way down, and it's 2-0. And Moon Sung Won is not a very good pitcher. He started, and then from there they moved him to the bullpen, and then they had him try to start some more, and then again Joe Hyung-woo is apparently using EJ Wan's glove because that is 2 now that have hit him right in the glove that he has dropped. That one's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 2-2. All right, to the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Because the way it works is 4 plays 5, the winner of that plays 3, the winner of that plays 2, the winner of that plays the regular season champion. It's a ladder style. As another full count. Third full count of the day for EJ Hyun. And he walks him. He's on base for the 3rd time today. Yeah, I am not a fan of it. For one, it makes the postseason take a really long time, and so yeah, it does. It puts a lot of advantage to winning the regular season, which I do like. But I think there's better ways to give an advantage to winning the regular season than that. That is the one of the worst pickoff moves I've ever seen. All right, Kim Sung Yoon steps in. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He a couple walks and a ground out 2. the shortstop. And that misses up high, ball one. All right, the 1-0 sets up right down the middle. It's a soft toss over to first base. EJ Hyun has plenty of speed to steal a base. I do not know how good Jo Hyung-woo's arm is back behind the plate. And another throw over to first. And here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and another throw over to first. This one is a little quicker. 안녕하세요. 강형탁. All right. Maybe we'll get a pitch this time. Here we go. The 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle again. Time is called, though, by Kim Sung-yoon. He pats his eyes a little bit. He is 6 for 12 in his career against Moon Sung-won. 1-0 pitch sets up down the middle. And such a soft toss that it almost didn't make it to first base. I really hope that they put a limit on the amount of times you can throw over to first base. There are counting 3 Hanwha fans in the Samsung cheer section. But here we go, the 1-0 pitch. And that one is lifted up. A right fielder, center fielder giving chase. A center fielder calls him off, makes the catch. Should have bunted. That brings up the number 3 hitter, Gu Ja-hook. He walked and scored a run in his last at-bat. Also lined out to the shortstop and a ground ball to the first baseman. Yeah, unlimited. Unlimited in the KBO. That misses low and outside. 1-0. And they're not even close, though. That's the thing. Yeah, another 1-0 right down the middle, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I would love a limit of 2 per pitch or something like that. The 1-1 pitch that is fouled away. It's the same because so the KBO does have a pitch clock this year. But unlike the MLB where you could just throw over twice and the third time, if a pitcher needs time or something, they can just throw over to first base and then it resets the time. As that is going to be a ground ball to the third baseman, throws over to first, and that's will be 3 away. They leave another one on base. They've left 10 on so far today. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-0 Samsung. He has left 5 runners on base so far today. I had to create new stats for this game because it's been so bad. That was the first inning that Samsung has not had a runner in scoring position, ladies and gentlemen. The first inning that they did not have a runner in scoring position. Amazing. Uh, Amazing. All right. So we're going to have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up for SSG. Yeah, slight improvements. Still just 60 pitches for Chaewon Tae. So 60 pitches for Chaewon Tae. Again, and nobody was expecting this from him. I guarantee you, no Samsung fan was expecting this from him either. That is a lot of stuffed animals. Mine are better though. No, you didn't, Arpo. All right, Go Myung Jun will lead things off. Bottom of the fifth inning, Chaewon Tae still out there. A run, Joe. Wow, just gets a piece of the inside corner. Yeah. All right. 0-1 pitch. Go Myung Jun, 2-3 ground out. That's right. He grounded out into the front of the catcher. That one is ripped into the netting, and so and 2. Yeah, lots of game left. That misses outside. 1-2. It should be a homer. All right. You said it. You called it here, ladies and gentlemen. That one is fouled away, though. You guys heard it here. John Bosco Jr. calling Go Myung Jun's shot. 86 wins, the most for a righty. But again, those are not playoff, as that is a swing and a miss on a pitch in the other batter's box, ladies and gentlemen. Moonshot. And I think what you mean by moonshot was uh the moon was closer to that ball than it was the strike zone, because that was how far out of the strike zone it was. That is way up high. Almost ended up throwing it over the catcher's head, but he was able to snag it. 1-0 now to Che Ji Hoon. Misses again at 2-0. So one thing that nobody, as that misses up and in, one thing that's nobody, not any talking head, no KBO person has ever mentioned that I have ever read, besides myself, is that if you look at the Pythagorean win-loss percentage, Samsung should have finished above SSG and just below Hanwha. So they definitely underplayed in the regular season based on their stats. As the 3-1 is going to be a rip into right field, Kim Sun Yoon comes and slides and makes the catch. So the Samsung Pythagorean winning percentage should have been 579. Their actual winning percentage was 521. SSG's winning percentage was 536. Their Pythagorean was 523. That is in the dirts. Want to know? A lot of that has to do with the fact that SSG's offense is really, really, really not good. And then also Samsung's offense is really, really good. Also, it has the fact with Samsung's bullpen had a lot of issues early in the season. It has settled out and kind of evened out now that Kim Jae Hoon or Kim Jae Yoon is pitched much better. And that is popped up, but will get out of play. Again, you've got your number 8 hitting DH. This would be Chaewon Tae's first ever career postseason win. That catches the very bottom corner. And once again, he strikes out looking from your number 8 hitting DH as we will take a bit of a break and be back for the second half of this game. All right, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, cool. One hit for SSG is at home, not what you're expecting at all. What's crazy is the last 2 games, the home team has had 1 hit. All right, so leading things off for Samsung is going to be Diaz, who's 2 for 3 today. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some Apple tablets now. No more Samsung Galaxy. Apple has lifted the advertising ban in Korea, apparently. And everybody now, everybody, I love how there's just three tablets sitting there, in completely inconspicuous, where they're just sitting there completely non-usable because one of them is 4 feet away from one of the announcers. But anyway, Iro Un will come in to pitch as Diaz fouls that first pitch off. So Iro Un, 77 innings in 75 games, 6-5, a one save, a 33 holds, and a 1.99 ERA. And that is misses inside 1-1. I think so, yeah. Diaz is going to line a little single into right field, and he is on base for technically the fourth time today. And Diaz was absolutely ridiculous last year in the playoffs. Seems like he's finally carrying it over. Yeah, this is the fifth pitcher for SSG. White, 2 innings, 59 pitches, 6 hits, 2 homers, 3 walks, 3 runs. And Kim Jong-un now steps in. Looks at a strike one right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Yeah, the fact it's one hit from SSG against Chewante is very surprising. The 0-1 is popped up. Third baseman under it's Che Jung, and that's one away. Kim Ji Chan steps in. He is now he has to face a lefty here. He has struggled against lefties, which is, again, I don't know why he wasn't in the starting lineup, as that's in there for a strike. With a White on the mound, a righty, he came in pinch ran for Kim Tae-hoon after he got on base and White came out. As the 0-1 lays off of that, and that gets past the catcher, and Diaz is going to head on over to second base. Wild pitch. Oh, wow. Piss poor from the catcher trying to backhand a pitch in the dirts. Wow. Fundamentals, not existence in the KBO, ladies and gentlemen. Again, KBO does not do fundamentals. All right, the 2-1 to pitch. That is popped up. Center fielder under it. He'll grab it. Diaz will not go to second, not go to third, though. And that's 2 away. Hong Min Ho now steps in. Not having a good postseason. Did walk in his first at bat. That misses low. Ball 1. Gujauk, Kang Min Ho, both hitless so far in this postseason at game 3 for their third game, not game 3, as that's a swing and a miss there, 1-1. Kang Min Ho walked in his first at bat, flew out to center, then flew out to right. He's left 2 on base so far himself. That one has popped up. The left fielder Heredia coming in under it. And that completes the outfield trifecta. Fly out to center, fly out to right, and fly out to left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is all Samsung. All Samsung. They've left 11 runners on base, guys. Wow. I'm going to read you guys a stat. I want you to tell me if you think this team would be winning. First inning, 1 for 4 with runners on base. Second inning, 1 for 4 with runners on base. Third inning, 1 for 4 with runners on base. Fourth inning, 2 for 5 with runners on base. Fifth inning, 0 for 2 with runners on base. Sixth inning, 0 for 3 with runners on base. One for 8 with runners in scoring position. First inning, 2 runners left on base. Third inning, 3 runners left on base. Third inning, 3 runners left on base. Fourth inning, 1 runner left on base. Fifth inning, 1 runner left on base. Sixth inning, 1 runner left on base. It's just amazing that they're up 5-0. All right, to Shaewon Tae back out there, 74 pitches. Joe Young-woo looks at ball 1 outside, 1-0. Well, technically that was SSK though, as the 1-0 runs inside. And he said, "Did it hit me?" The umpire's like, "No." 2-0 now. Ooh, it did hit him. It did hit him. It did hit him. And the 2-0 in there for a strike, 2-1. Iho Song Kim Tae-hoon warming up in the bullpen for Samsung. We'll see how this bullpen does. Middle of the road bullpen. And the 2-1 is fouled away, 2-2. Yes, it should tell you who's actually hitting. "78 pitches from Shaewon Tae. This is his inning, unless, of course, I think if anybody gets on base, they're going to pull him out. As the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a tough play. Shortstop grabs it on the run, throws. And 1 away. Should have been on first base with a hit by pitch. But instead, we've got 1 out. We'll flip the lineup back over. Thank you. Biol Biates. I don't know what that means. I hope I didn't say something bad. Star B8? I don't know. Anyway, thank you. Grande. That is up high, ball one. Pak Sung Han 0 for 2, a strikeout in the first inning, and a strikeout looking in the third. That is in there for a strikeout at the top of the zone, 1-1. Third time through the lineup. How is he going to do? The 1-1 pitch sets up down the middle. And that is going to be a single into left field. Second hit of the day for SSG, ladies and gentlemen. That brings up An Sang Hyun. Old Arpo. Arpo. Another runner gets on, and Chaewon Tae is probably done for the day. An Sang Hyun, again, should be runner on already whenever they got that hit. But umpire said no, he didn't get hit, so that's fouled away. And it's 0-1. An Sang Hyun, 0 for 2 on the day. Both at bats, he's grounded back to the pitcher. A 1-3 put out in the first inning and a 1-3 put out in the fourth inning. And here we go, the 0-1 pitch. He's way late on that. Keeps trying to put it to right field, I guess. I'm not sure. He is trying to take an inside pitch to right field as a right-handed batter, and a very interesting approach. Chaewon Tae is not a guy that throws hard. He fastball only averages 145. So here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside, runs inside, almost hits him. 1-2. Resets, 1-2 pitch on the outside. Once again, adjusted the belt, steps off the back of the mound, fakes the throw over to first. And we'll do this thing again. Pak Sung Han can steal a base, but at this point, there's no real need to steal a base or benefits, as the 1-2 pitch is again runs way in on him, and he is again way late. 148 on the gun there again. That's 148 is 90. I don't know my exact 148, 92, 93. Sets up right down the middle. And this time he's way late again. This time on a 123 changeup. 87 pitches now for Chaewon Tae. Here we go. 1-2 pitch sets up down the middle again. And that one is ripped into left field and foul. Whoa. Wow. I couldn't tell. Missed it by about 3 feet left foul. All right, so we'll do that again. And he finally turned on an inside pitch, and a pitch 89 now from Chaewon Tae. The 1-2 count sets up right down the middle again. And this time he pops it up. Shortstop makes the catch. And 2 away. That brings up Heredia. Heredia looks at just strike one at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. I'm doing some more calculations here. Yeah, no, that's just catches the bottom of the zone. Wow. Now here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner on first. Pak Sung Han. Heredia up to bat. 0 for 2 on the day with a line out to short and a fly out to left. Sets up way outside. And he slaps it foul. He set up way outside, but caught the bottom half of the plates. 저는? 진짜요? All right, the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a strikeout number 8 for Chaewon Tae. And we will go to the bottom, or we will go to the 7th inning. 5-0. Samsung SSG, no. Wow. Nobody expected it. Wow. I can't either. He's been in the league for 10 years, and this is going to be his first ever postseason victory. I don't have a favorite team. 제일 좋아하는 팀 없어요. 그냥 야구 좋아해요. All right, so we're back. We will have the top of the 7th inning. 아니요. 잘 못해요. We'll have the 8, 9, 1 hitters coming up for Samsung. Kim Han-gon, Yang Do-gun, and EJ Hyun. Out on the mound now is Jun Young-jun. Jun Young-jun, 34 games, 52.2 innings, a 4.61 ERA. First pitch is a ball, though, and second pitch is also a ball. Kim Han-gon, 1 for 3 on the day, singled in his first at bat, a 6-3 ground out, and a 6-3 ground out also. Is a swing and a miss there on ball 3, and it's 2-1. Dun, 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 dun. 김수현. 근데 어떤 팀 좋아해요? As, the 2-1 is popped up. Fouled away. And it's 2-2. John, he can't see that. His tears are covering his view. Yeah, and then the 2-2 is lifted into the outfield. Heredia coming in, makes the catch. 1 away. Yang Do-gun will take over. Oh for 2 on the day. He flew out to center field in his first at-bats. Walked, and then a 5-3 ground out in his second. The curveball in there for a strike, though, and it's 0-1. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da-da. And the 0-1 pitch just catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-2. This game is moving along. There's a swing and a miss there. Yeah, and it's 2 away. It's super live up at the top. That is in the dirts. The chosen one. Yeah, super live. If you look up at the top, you can see it. And on 1 pitch. Or I guess there you go. Dreads Rock TV. And he hits him again. No, almost hit him. They should have it at this point. Woo! Just a sec. And pops that one up. Center fielder under it. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that is a 1-2-3 inning. It only took 7, but SSG was finally able to get a 1-2-3 inning. Yeah. Mago, mago, gongo. Mago, mago, gongo. All right. Now this is the SSG's chance coming up off of a 1-2-3 inning. They'll get into the bullpen. Kim Tae-hoon will come in to pitch. Kim Tae-hoon will come on to pitch for Samsung. We've got thy bottom of thy inning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he will face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. If SSG doesn't get anybody here, then who knows? Juan Tae-in fan, the only one in in Daegu. The only one in Daegu. Out on the mound now, Kim Tae-hoon, a 73 games, 66.1 innings, 2-6 on the season, 2 saves, 19 holds, and a 4.48 ERA. 74 strikeouts, 24 walks, giving up 8 home runs out of the bullpen. We'll see what happens. Here we go. First pitch to Han Yu-sum in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. This is wherever Tony's at. This is his one chance. Here we go. The 0-1 pitch up high, ball 1. He's been on base twice today. SSG with 2 hits. He has 1 of them. He's been on a base both times, though. Okay, Arpo. And here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. And fouls it away as it was right down the middle. You did all that, and then you spelled the last 2 letters wrong. Come on, Arpo. All of that to spell the last 2 letters wrong. That's like pitching a complete game shutout and then blowing it in the 9th inning. All right, the 1-2 pitch. As he slaps that one foul. Yeah, sure, Arpo. It's all right. English isn't your first language. We'll let it slide. Da, 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 da. And that misses up high, 2-2. Yeah, another 2-2 pitch misses outside, runs the count full, 3-2. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the first full count of the day for Samsung. Yeah. And Samsung 완전 경기 잘 못해요. As the 3-2 pitch. That is fouled away. 망치다. There we go. Sets up on the outside. The 3-2 pitch fouls it right into Kang Min-ho's mask. Then it bounces off his mask onto his wrist. He will walk that one off. Yeet? Yeet means to like throw something. Probably Jim, that's about the the big reason why the KBO suddenly became very, very popular is the 20 somethings, 20 something females. Yeah, but probably. Yeet means more like throw away, not so much throw. Yeah, as the 3-2 is popped up. It might be a little trouble. Might be trouble. Center fielder under it, though. And that's will be one away. There goes Troy's possible day. Oops, wrong side. 너무 감사합니다. Thank you, XXI. Yeah, yeet would be like if Kim Tae-hoon grabbed the ball and just threw it to the outfield. That would be like a yeet. As Shea Jung steps in. First pitch is inside, ball on. And I do have his music. That's the only music I have. And here comes the 1-0 into the dirt on the outside, and it's 2-0. Welcome back, Tangoon. All right, it's a 2-1 or 2-0 count. That's in there for a strike. 2-1. Yeah, that one is from last year. So I actually have Park Ji-won, who made the All-Star last year for SSG. Is the 2-1 pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Already 13 pitches from Kim Tae-hoon. A long at-bat against Han Yu-sum. 9 pitches in that at-bat. Sets up right down the middle. And fouled away, runs this count full. Second full count of the day for SSG and second full count of this inning. And no 3-2 pitch. Fouled away again. Check, two, Getting ready to throw pitch number 16 to the second batter he's faced. Sets up right down the middle again. And that is ripped, but it's foul. 한국에 살아요. I'm going to guess with a bake, you are Korean. 2014년부터 한국에 살아요. Or 살았어요. All right, the 3-2 pitch. Right down the middle and fouled away again. Yeah, I've lived in Korea since 2014. Up until this year, I was a season ticket holder. So I've been to, let's say, close to 1,000, maybe. Nah, not that many. But quite a few. And the 3-2, did he go around? Home plate umpire says he went around. Shea Jung is saying no. They're gonna check swing of video replay. When I first came, I started learning Korean, but I would study for like 3 months and then take 3 months off and then study for 3 months. And I was kind of like learned everywhere. So that's why my Korean is not very good. Like it's conversational, like I can communicate, but still not very good. I don't think he went around. He did not. And he is on base. And that's the first time I have ever seen a video replay overturned on a check swing. That'll be it for Kim Tae-hoon, maybe. Nope, they're going to talk to him. Go Myung-jun, again, another righty. But Kim Tae-hoon has now thrown 18 pitches just to two batters. Lee Sung-hong warming up. Money to the Arpo, the umpire said it was a strike. The video replay said it's not. Man, XXL, no one knows. All right, the Go Myung-jun steps in, 0 for 2 on the day, 2-3 ground out and a strikeout. That is turned on. Going. Goodbye, baseball. There's 2 runs for SSG. They've been just waiting for you, XXL. All right, that makes it 5-2. Mose is like, oh man, I'm gonna cash that out. That'll be it for him. That will be it for him. Again, 9 home runs, 8 home runs, 9 home runs given up in the regular season. Man, I got that going way too long. But we'll have a pitching change here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have our first mid-inning pitching change. Kim Tae-hoon was able to get to 1 out before giving up a couple runs. Oh, we'll have a new pitcher coming in. Those of you that don't read Korean, he said, Kim Tae-hoon, walk home. That's the easiest way to explain that. He said, walk home. All right, Lee Sung-min coming in to pitch. That'll bring in the lefty. Lighting Giants. Welcome. Lee Sung-min out on the mound now. He'll face Chae Ji-hoon. Kim Kwon-hyun in the bull, hanging out over there. Go Myung-jun. All right, Chae Ji-hoon steps in now. Fakes the bunt, but pulls it back. Lee Sung-min, 62 games, 64.1 innings, 3 wins, 2 losses, 8 holds, 3.78 ERA, 53 strikeouts, 29 walks, and 5 home runs given up. And swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. Way Giants Japan Lions Joy as the 1-1 misses way outside and it's 2-1. Glad this is might actually be a game, ladies and gentlemen. Thank goodness. And the 2-1, and that's going to be a single into center field. And here comes the old SSG Landers. Wrong button. Yeah, but Lotte and Samsung shouldn't be friends. Yeah. Are you also a Changwon? Are you an NC Dinos fan too? See, that's the but like an LG fan's not a Doosan fan. As that will bring us a new pitcher, ladies and gentlemen. He came in to get one out, and he didn't do it. All right, I think that's Iho Sung. Yeah. Iho Sung will come in now. My view is that NC and Lotte should be rivals. Because again, Lotte's old stadium used to be, their second stadium used to be in Changwon or Masan. Lotte, yeah, like obviously Lotte and Kia don't like each other, but that goes back way, way, way before baseball. Harpo. Michael. Michael's just praying for a tie. All right, Iho Sung out on the mound, 58 games, 55.1 innings, 7 wins, 4 losses, 9 saves, 3 holds, but an ERA almost of 7. Again, talked about earlier where Samsung had a lot of issues in their bullpen. He was one of the guys that they tried to have as a closer, but he wasn't very good at it. I wonder if they're going to bring in Garabito again. All right, Ryu Hyo Sung. That misses up high, ball 1. John Bosco comes out from underneath the shadows of the rocks. As here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss as he was in front of that one. And another 1-1 misses outside. 2-1. Here we go. The 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Fouls that one away. 2-2. And the 2-2 swing and a miss at a pitch up at his eyes. And congratulations on the hat trick, sir. Congratulations on the hat trick from your DH hitting in the 8 spots. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Even the coach is like, ew, why are you our DH? You just swung at a pitch at your eyes for the 3rd time today. 2 away now. That brings up Joe Hyung-woo, the catcher. I think we've got a pinch hitter here. I heard Otegone. Yep, Otegone steps in as the pinch hitter. First pitch is fouled away, 0-1. Yeah, now that is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman that grabs it, throws it over to first. And that will be the end of this inning. We will go to the 8th. It's a 5-2 Samsung. Welcome, Steven. How is the is it 5? It's almost 5. It could be, that could be real. All right. Let's see who's coming up. Obviously, Otegon is not going to catch. So we're going to have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Samsung. No Kyung-eun will come in to pitch for SSG. And he holds leader for the KBO. And then E.G. Young will be back behind the plate. Samsung just, well, so Samsung just got to White. That's all it is. I mean, it's No Kyung-in, 77 games, 80 innings, a 3 and 6, 3 saves, 35 holds, and a 2.14 ERA. What's up, Jose? Well, that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kim Sung-yoon 0 for 2 on the day, a couple walks, a ground out to the shortstop, and a fly out to center. And then the 0-1, a beautiful curveball in there for a strike. That was a thing of beauty. Channeling Adam Wainwright, freezing Carlos Beltran in the 2006 NLCS. As the 0-2, he slaps the bat down right to the first baseman, though, and that's 1 away. Stepping out now is Gujahu, still without a hit in this postseason. I don't think it matters, as that one breaks in there for a strike, 0-1. Hanwha was, well, it does. I don't think it matters. Hanwha was 8-8 against Samsung, and they were 8-8 against SSG. But with Anderson not starting game one, he's probably going to be able to start game one in the next series. Same with Hirado. That's Mrs. Lowe, 2-2. I think, but like if you look at the regular season, Samsung should have finished ahead of SSG, as that's misses outside or runs the count full, 3-2. Third full count of the day for Gujahu. And that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman tosses to the pitcher, steps on the bag. Great pitcher work with the feet. No Young-in off the mound like a cheetah, ladies and gentlemen. Beats Gujahu to the bag, steps on it. Fantastic play by No Young-in. No Young-in and now needs a little break. That brings up Diaz. Gringy? Not at all, as that's way up high. Ball one to Diaz. Diaz 3 for 4 today. A 6-2 ground out, a single and a run scored, an RBI double and a run scored, and a single. That misses outside at 2-0. Diaz, the last Samsung batter that was put on base. The 2-0. That is turned on, but just in front of it. He knew it as soon as he hit it. It was crushed, but foul. All right, the 2-1 pitch runs inside a 3-1. They don't really want to pitch to Diaz. They would much rather face Kim Young-un, who does have a 2-run shot. There we go. The 3-1 pitch sets up down and away. Pops him up, though. Center fielder running in under it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another 1-2-3 inning as we go to the bottom of the eighth. 5-2 Samsung. Bei Chang-sung. Yeah, but what about Garabito? because they had Garabito close out the NC game, Marpo. Anyway, I don't imagine that Hyo Sung will be back out there. SSG will have the top of their lineup of 1, 2, 3. They may have Hyo Sung still out there. All right, it's bottom of the 8th. Yep, Hyo Sung still out there. First pitch is in there for a strike at the top of the zone. Here we go. The 0-1, a swing and a miss as it blows it past him. 150 on the gun from Hyo Sung, and it's 0-2. Here we go. The 0-1 pitch catches him looking on the inside corner. Third strikeout of the day for Pak Sung Han. Second one looking. He's set up way outside. Easily a strike. That's bringing up An Sang Hyun, who's 0 for 3 on the day. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And it's 0-1. Yeah. Pak Sung Han, Hyo Sung. I don't see Garabito in the dugout, so he might be in the bullpen. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch. Pulls the bunts back. This is low, 1-1. And 1-1 sets up down the middle. He rolls over it, but it's foul. 1-2. Yeah. Their key, Pak Sung Han did get a hit. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. Catches him looking at a beautiful curveball. Absolute beauty. The 12-6 curve. No. Bosco, they've got 2. Heredia steps in. That is going to be a single dropping down in front of Kim Ji-chan. As Heredia is on base for the first time today. Han Yu-sung coming up now. Tony still has hope. He still has hope as Han Yu-sung gets one last at-bats. Wong Wei. First pitch just catches the inside corner, 0-1. Again, the KBO uses the ABS system, but there's 2 extra centimeters, so it's 17 inches and 4 centimeters is the width of the plates. And that is ripped into center field, and another hit is Heredia going to round first, round second, and head to third. And that makes Troy a happy sleeper as another hits. They've got runners on first and third for the all-time KBO home run leader. Second in, 1 home run away from tying the career postseason home run record of Lee Seung-yup and Park Byung-ho. They would be ridiculous, Bosco. "17 pitches from Lee Sung. Again, I believe I said he gave up 5 home runs on the season. 0 for 2 on the day for Che Jung, a 6-4 ground out and a strikeout. He walked in his last at bat and came home on the Go Myung Jun 2-run shot. And this is got to be the game for SSG right now. And fouls that one straight back. He was geared up and ready, ladies and gentlemen. Geared up and ready. That misses outside. 1-1. Why Lee Seung-min? Yeah, we can see him give up a grand slam with only 2 runners on. And the 1-1 misses up high, 2-1. Same situation where again they don't want to give him anything to hit. Just the same as with Diaz. Just in the last inning. Yeah, another 2-1 sets up. Just misses outside, 3-1. Walks off the mound to 21 pitchers. And the 3-1 walks him. Walks the bases loaded. Walks the bases loaded. Will come out to the mound. Go Myung Jun had the 2-run shot just last inning. Arpo practicing his English science skills. Go Myung Jun, a 2-run shot just last inning. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. 0-1. Here it comes. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Tired pitcher out on the mound. And he goes around. Oh, he didn't. I thought he went around, but they said he didn't. They are going to video replay this, I have to imagine. Yep, they're going to. I think he went around. Ooh, I don't know. No. He did not. Once again, they do not overturn it. On first, Chejung, not a lot of speed. Han Yusum, not a lot of speed at second. But the double should score 2. They're playing no doubles defense. The 1-1 is ripped but foul. And it's 1-2. Go Myung Jun, 1 for 3 on the day. A 2-3 ground outs. Hit it to the catcher right in front of the plate. And then the shortest distance you can hit it and the farthest distance you hit it's home run in his last, a 2-run shot. That's how SSG has their 2. Struck out in between that, and the 1-2 pitch way outside. Ball 2, 2-2. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, just at the thigh, into the dirts. Ball 3, runs the counts full. Third full count of the day for SSG. They had 2 last inning, and now they've got another one here. Here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman grabs it, steps on the bag, and that's will leave the bases loaded. They get out of it as we go to the 8th inning. Wow. A 2-out rally foiled. Coming up is going to be the number 5, 6, 7 for Samsung. Go Myung Jun, the hero, 1 inning. The very next, his dreams are crushed. Oh, 5, 6, 7 hitters coming in. Jo Byung Hyun will come in to pitch, the SSG closer. Probably one of the best young closers in the game. All right. Here we go. SSG's got to get them a 1, 2, 3 to have a chance. That was a dangerous play by the third baseman. It's never, ever, ever over. All right, Kim Young-un misses. That was way off. 1-0. Joe Byung-han out on the mound, 69 games, 67.1 innings of 5-4 with 30 saves, 160 ERA, 79 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 5 home runs given up. That one is lifted up a little too under it, and that's will be one away to the center fielder. Good day, Ron. Yeah, they got up early. We'll just say they got up early. All right, so Park Byung-hyo is getting a pinch hit here. And misses outside, ball one. Park Byung-hyo is the guy that holds the record for most career postseason home runs. He's hitting under 200 this year, though. That's is in there for a strike. 1-1. 199 on the season for Park Byung-ho. Yeah, another 1-1 is popped up. Center fielder comes running in. He'll be under it, though. And that's 2 away. Kim Chong-min and Kim Jae-hoon warming up. Kang Min-ho steps in now. And that's in there for a strike. 0-1. Kang Min-ho still hitless in this postseason. Did have a walk earlier today. And the 0-1 is popped up. Right fielder under it. That's 3 away. 1, 2, 3. Once again, Samsung gets a leadoff single in the 6th, and then they get retired. The next 12 straights. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Last chance for SSG. Last chance for SSG. Yeah, that's a play over at third base was really, really tricky because since it was a full count, runners were going on the motion of the pitcher. And the third baseman really just barely beat Hanyu Sum to the bag. So coming up will be the 7, 8, 9 hitters for SSG. They've got to score 3 before they get 3 outs. What are you talking to me? Mike, I'm literally talking. I don't know. Mike, I don't gamble. All right, so bottom of the 9th, 7, 8, 9, Kim Jae-yoon out on the mound for Samsung. I don't even know what that means. All right, so Kim Jae-yoon. He's mad because I didn't answer his gambling question, which I don't even understand it. So Lee Sung-gyu out in the center field now. So Che Ji-hoon steps in. He's a 1 for 3 today. Has singled in his last at bats, but was stranded on the base pass back in the 7th inning. And the first pitch to him is in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Kim Jae-yoon was not used as the closer against NC for some reason, and sets up on the outside. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone, 0-2. Bottom of the lineup, but Kim Ji-hoon is normally a leadoff batter. All right, Kim Ji-hoon, the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that away. He stays 0-2. The top of the lineup is worse than the bottom of the lineup today, though. Minus the fact that the DH is over 3. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside, off the plate, actually. The 0-2 misses outside there, and it's a 1-2. Kim Jae-yoon, again, started the season as the closer, then lost his job, ended up coming back on the season, 10 games against SSG, 2-0 with 1 save. And the 1-2 is rolled over. First baseman will grab it and take it himself, steps on the bag, and SSG is down to their final 2 outs. Chaewon Tae, huge starts, trying to get his first ever career postseason win in his 11th season. Yoo Hyo-sung, are they going to let him bat? Yep, they're going to let him bat as he looks at strike 1 on the outside. 0 for 3 today. Neither is Kang Min-ho, Arpo. 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, a strikeout, and a strikeout. He's going for the old golden sombrero as the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away, and it's 0-2. Yoo Hyo-sung going for the old golden sombrero from your number 8 in the lineup, DH. Says throw it on the dirt. And the 0-2 is fouled away again. White's an awful, awful starts. Oh, 0-2 pitch just sets up at the letters. Swings and misses at a ball up at his eyes for the 4th time today. Get him out of the lineup. Oh, my Lord. Why would you have him batting? 1 out remaining for Samsung to take an early 1-0 lead in this series. E.G. Young getting his first at-bat of the day. And that is a lifted left fielder and going back and coming back forward. Makes the catch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will end the game. And there we go. That, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guys. So, I mean, really, the exact opposite of what most people thought would happen in this series. Mitch White, most people thought that Chaewon Tae would be awful, would not be able to come out and pitch. he was able to. He came out, started off the game with a two straight with a strikeout. Ended up pitching 6 innings, 93 pitches, 63 for strikes, 2 hits, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, no runs, obviously none earned. Huge day for Samsung to be able to get to the first game with Chaewon Tae on the mound, because that means they have Gerardo and Won Tae-in. They have their two main starters that they can still come out. SSG gets the loss with White. Again, White is not their number one guy. Anderson is their number one guy because Anderson is dealing with a stomach bug, which meant he wasn't able to start. Yeah. So, for those of you guys that are still sticking around, I will not be here tomorrow for game 2. I do have to work tomorrow. Today's a holiday. I will be back on Sunday for that game starting next week. The next 2 weeks, I will be working during the week, which means that I won't be able to stream any of them. But the last week, I asked off for the last week of October because that's when usually the Korean series is. So I will be I should be able to stream all of the Korean series, hopefully. So enjoy, Bosco. Thank you for stopping by. So, I mean, really, the game was over once White threw his first pitch. First pitch of the game is a home run from EJ Hyun. After that, Samsung was able to tack on a few more. Ended up being 3 home runs in this game. 5 of the 7 runs were all scored on home runs. Samsung continues their inability to get guys home once they get on base. First inning, they left 2 runners on. Second inning, they left the bases loaded. Third inning, they left the bases loaded. Fourth, fifth, and sixth innings, they left 1 run on each of those innings, leaving 11 on base. They ended up going 5 for 24 with runners on base. They went 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. This is definitely a continuation from earlier in the wild card series. SSG 0 for 2 with runners on in scoring position. They left the bases loaded in the 8th inning with a chance to tie the game with to take the lead with Go Myung-jun, who had already hit the 2-run shots. They had 2 hits with runners on base. One was a single from Han Yu-som, and the other was the 2-run shot from Go Myung-jun. So both teams not able to hit with runners on base, really. But Samsung able to hit well enough with runners on base to get the win. The bullpens played, fairly well. SSG's bullpen did give up 2 runs from Park Shi-hoo, and then Samsung's bullpen Kim Tae-hoon also gave up 2 runs. So difference was the starters, 100% the starters. Arpo said that tomorrow's game should be Gerardo for Samsung versus Kim Kwon-hyun for SSG. Gerardo did just pitch on Saturday? No, did just pitch on Monday. So he will be pitching on 5 days rest. So how he pitches, he did not pitch well on Sunday. So pitching on 5 days rest, maybe he'll pitch better. Again, Samsung really doesn't hit well away from Daegu, and they also do not score a lot of runs when Gerardo is on the mound. They scored 1 run in the last game that he was on the mound. Probably some of the worst run support in the league would be what Gerardo gets. So thank you guys for tuning in, sticking around through the entire game. I will be back Sunday for game 3. Again, this is a 5-game series. You got to win 3. So I will definitely be here Sunday. There is a lot of rain in the forecast, though. So if there is a game, I will be here. If not, I will be back for whatever the next weekend game is. So as always, until next time.